Asanteman ye NDC ni.
Sure.
Asanteman ye MPP ni.
Sure.
Mini nyina ya ka samba hwana beka.
Sure.
Mini ya ka hwana beka.
Sure.
Agbo pra me cho magana ma me cho ma Asanteman.
Sure.
Ye be ye eden koso ni asomdwe beba.
Sure.
Ewajo edan eyedan ayeton ewo Ashanti region 5-bedroom uncompleted apartment ayeton na ewo Santasi Apari chese 5-bedroom apartment we mfonyini ya efie no mfonyini na eda so no na ne ewumu ene se owura fie ho no mu a edan bia ewo na dwaye ensusu wo mu a chese kama pa asisia no eda border yeton ensusu ehonum Kumasi Ashanti region Santasi Apari eho na edan no ewo sisie ya mepacho yeton enso ehonum mepacho upese okọ na so ba behwehwe edan no woni gi hu se wota mepacho akwanya eda honum a obetimi aba na oni baba behia na fe yaka ama bibia nso ehọ no da from boko enso so ehọ no number no na da screen so frɛ 0597193793 0597193793 anase 0536703633 sa number si mienu no bia wo frɛ ya ubenya ye na woni ya twetwe nkomo me se 5-bedroom apartment uncompleted was Santasi Apari achese nice location ayeton enti wo a wo pe can say edan ato akwanya wo se woni ehia na bibia akoso enso so 0597193793 and say 0593670333 eno your number wo frɛ ya ubenya ye na woni akonko na abusua mo akwa bia wo bemfa wo bra unity kasafonyini so o subscribe no share na bibia atimi akoso badwa tonde ho na ode abane abohu dero atimi era mo nyina mo official pa akwan so nkoso pa achose enye asam keto akra ne no ho eka ho nsam enso ewo akonya ho sei dijuma amadwuma die no so edida na kwam ewo eho no mo a enya asam keto na me ba cho asasi ayeton da Ashanti region so pa ba ko ana minu na miensa to for 059 71937930 0597193793 Ashanti region kwabris kundi di kwabris safuho ena asase no esoso ewo Alex Tito metal and stainless weight background proof China doors remote control gate barristers ne ne kan China doors your Ghana de ho ene ne ka ho nyina friend 0541901819 now ne no entwetwe enkomo behunu Kumasi ena afen so enkran afishiapa isane no so atie ewo honom. Okay, abusuya Youngton abusuya na babontin adensembia betudwa. Now this is what they are saying. If you look at it now, say it is someone area tudwa a different angle. And a young don abusiano edituyo niniano ba TikTok live so abe expose niniano na okere se niama niniano yen omo ani enje ho enu ntina no ba kan kurubia anu so ewonsim according to nchirimu young don niniano edituyo kire se young don kurubia no ha kire se young don yale dabi onyale ni mu physical ana dia free Ghana for because akwakoka obi mariso ndo na akwakoka South Africa in South Africa na young don na akwakoka no unika pra so they return back. That is the reason why ama akwano edi adwene ebewe Ghana for so eho no to so biom kopium ewo manhia ene asetina no ekoso asetina kese na just say ekoso honum na kono ekoso honum na no na so kutie nsem ekoso aso so ewo honum a abusua hade ba ko mu pa ene se young don asem no empanifo no ebetena sene a chese nyese yiwa watu honum no woni asem bia kan da bi Otumfour de on han ho asem bi kan emum empanifo no ewo ho no at the ekoso. So if say it is true say am pack boy no nyema say na to no ba Ghana ene abusuana so be shipa abusuana akora no film no ijabe form ho papa so say nya asem keto eno eyasem a eno so koso ena afin so ajagoraja ensem obeka say odi eye abana hwi wo gan tirima no wiye no adwempa hene eyira babonti abeka say say wona ukum kuna obi abewubi nta bia no ba kirebo according to nsem adwempa hene ne yire nso era abetu ja yonko inko ti nsem ni anafi yanto aso fanfuro
Why?
Young don ye nipa na di bu na ofom. Enye even Ghana for kwan o de ho. O de di bebre. So e party truth me brother no. And I me offer and I man them insumi kudru UK with Mr. Tunde. But the woman na say wonyare. Na no krana American movie ngase bia unua no na wo se ba be yin to adi. Say no.
The union no krana na here. So what you say?
Young don wonyare. But se mo ba one there I don't have problem. Young don here sika back every South Africa. Secret woman na ena mabia bomon opesika back akọ South Africa ya bono every US ena ma young don akodo South Africa ni bibia e wo US no omoma no like according to stats na me offer so on kasa no koso omoma ni bibi kakra so like onso muntimi njana sa akwa to
yes
omoma ni bibi kakra but kodri no wo girlfriend e wo US o nti okoshe ni gen nchen sorry not US South Africa nti okoshe gen wo South Africa ho nti no ni gen na eko moves but minim se na adwene e yare o seden starting gen no oye bibia ma na nkakra e be dru ba bi ni gen coin ti na ho kira wa ba mu deep ni na ne se odru ni sika na o de call South Africa ho no o invest wo gen no ene ono ne ho
yo asema o kan no kre and I no pay our friend may say oh captain mo fa sikai wo de mo na Ghana son kasa no mo fa ma me na mo kire me den na oba wo atire wo Ghana ni ba
the o investi wo oni gen ho
ana no to mo to so no oba bi net wo Ghana
yes no correct me like I said me go back to work site here but them person me can na say onyare but ohia sika back akọ to pine foforo not so say go back to US but so we ba to me dey meet my can on nti mu hwe ye ba mbebo ano so a na mabo ano ama na free baby o won na ne ho kire no dem minim no bara busu sika na me say me dey coin so me ntimi ntam sika mfa my young don ko me bra no ndo da ye me no me nsem ni na meet my can ha ma mo so mati bi and two sa girl na enam ne so e ma young don kuduru won wa dige na wu even gen ba abusu fie be pa ache woni na ama ebusuan for apana chow ye fair young don ema opa chow but a chow pani na it seems like cares still na cares be the boy na chi ni sika se mai basa onyare me na maka sika
e wona kuntani powers ni ye adwuma no
young don enyare ye ni ye video call ni na onyare
wow
me za mo hu ya
na ba chow young don wow enti no se ebusuan de na mo be ye no
me de me wopa meet me the me of a contacts ascendel
yeah mama no other room yeah for yes. Contact me
okay nancy an call no call by US but whatever Ghana obedience over visit oba some holidays bi o ba wa Ghana
no so be
penny na okatachi nti if say bibia na meet me the number mama na mo na kasa nti any details on so bit me the mama
wow Charlie
And we dream online.
Okay.
After the gold board on sense and buy some Jamfia Becassa. Eddie Afa gold board on sense my Yakika, Class Aquano, Yamian Fakwa, my Vigilino, and in my name I will be. Wake I saw a car say him for. I'm with the good collateral 2 months. Sign for no. Or be bandy or money at the day. The same P, and then also to me course. I will honor. Now, this is what and someone brantiano. What I say, what to me, Eddie Abba out. And in the kicker home. I just say, yeah, the explanation, and so the man, but what could tea, Sammy Jamfi, I see we ask him, we almost were near tea, and I say, we in Yansafupia, yeah, now, and somewhere watching a different thing. Into the Abrantiano, I bet now a year TV so our car, the Afa Hunano, the Bremo Nafi Mohuni, and also so a watch, because winter interview I see. Now you're saying to me more better so never cannot happen. And he said me no can say dear. And also so a yen someone I was here a coso a young chin someone Sammy Jamfi a kai nafi yentuaso and fenfido
of our accounts, and we will publish all our financials for everybody to see that Gold Board has not made losses. And when you hear people talking about Gold Board losses, maybe they are dreaming or they are hallucinating. That is what it is. We've not made any losses. These are imaginary.
You are buying in excess of 3 to 4 billion Ghana cedis of gold every day.
Yeah.
And you are taking money from the Bank of Ghana for this purpose.
Yeah.
And every week, you didn't say it.
Every week,
yeah. Every week, yeah. 3 to 4 billion Ghana cedis, not dollars. Right. And you are saying you have made profit and you have not made a loss.
We made surplus.
Because we are told that what you are doing is that you are transferring the losses onto the books of the Bank of Ghana.
Thank you for that question. Thank you. The reason why we've not made losses as Gold Board is that every money Bank of Ghana has given us, we have accounted for it. We've given them the gold equivalent. And we have gotten paid. We've been paid our agent fees. That is why we've not made a loss. Now let's go to the claim. You see, when you catch them here, they move here. They say, oh, now it is not the Gold Board that is making a loss. The Gold Board rather is transferring its losses onto the books of the BOG. How can an institution which is not making a loss transfer losses it is not making? Does this make sense? How can we transfer losses we haven't made? What Gold Board has done this year, you take even the 11.8 assisting as compared to 11, the saving is over 50 to 60 billion cedis to consumers. You understand? So this is not a joke. The impact has been a significant national economic gain. The cost is infinitesimal. But when we say cost, when we say losses, what are we talking about? Sometimes people think that Bank of Ghana has taken taxpayers' money, gone to buy gold, sold the gold, and we lost $240 million. Somebody has stolen money or somebody has mismanaged. No, that is not it. When we say G for our losses, let me explain to you. From 1957 to date, gold is bought in the gold market in Ghana at retail market exchange rate.
You said that already.
The euphemism for black market. Now, Bank of Ghana and Gold Board, we are buying gold from a non-bank market, which is a market made up of small-scale miners and gold dealers. And when we go, we have to buy the gold at that retail market exchange rate. Gold Board has sought to bring it to interbank. But anytime we peg the price to interbank, we realize that prices in neighboring countries like Cote d'Ivoire become higher than ours by say 600 cedis per pound. So all the gold goes to Cote d'Ivoire. And sometimes smugglers are offering prices at informal retail rates. So your interbank rate will not get you any gold. So when we buy the gold at the retail market exchange rates, and Bank of Ghana gets the dollar proceeds, the accountant and auditor comes to audit their books. The accountant must now convert the dollar inflow into cedis. The dollar is not really converted into cedis, but for accounting purposes, it must be converted into cedis because Bank of Ghana's books are in cedis. When the accountant is converted, the accountant says, my hands are tied. I know that the acquisition rate of the dollar is retail market exchange rate. But by law, because you are the central bank, I can only convert the dollars at interbank or BOG rates, which is always lower. So that creates an exchange rate translational difference. Because Bank of Ghana is acquiring dollars at retail market rates and converting at interbank for accounting purposes. That is 97% of the losses people are talking about. Then number two, let me tell you the second part of the loss. Bank of Ghana says, by policy design, I want to buy gold at spots to fend off smugglers and make sure that what happened in 2021 when gold output, export output declined from 39.3 tons to 3.4 tons, I don't have that situation on my hand. I need the dollars. Because of that, Bank of Ghana incurs about 2.3% cost. What does this cost? Offtake discount, which under MPP used to be at some point 2.2, came down to 1.25 in late 2024, and now Governor Esiama has brought it to 1.1, the offtake discount. Gold board fees, and of course, purity losses. Purity loss basically means that as a country, since time immemorial, we don't do the golden standard of assay to determine purity of gold. What we do is SRF, which is only indicative. But when the international buyer buys the gold, he must subject it to the golden standard of fire assay. That creates a purity difference, and that can cause a loss. That is what we are talking about here. So an accountant is right to pick that and say, from a pure, plain vanilla, accounting perspective, I mean, you've made an accounting loss. But it is, like I said, an intentional, strategic, economic policy cost for superior benefits. Now, is there any way to reduce it? Emphatically, yes. Because we are not all G4R losses since its inception. Am I equalizing to score political points? No. Am I comparing losses? No. I am exposing the duplicity and hypocrisy of a group of people who know that G4R is not for profit and yet are kicking the fuss about losses. People who themselves made more losses. So let's calculate how many hospitals their losses could have built. In 2022, they only bought 76 kg of gold. They made a loss of 74 million cedis. In 2023, they bought only 24.8 tons of gold. They made a loss of 2.1 billion cedis. In 2024, they bought only 45.3 tons of gold. They made a loss of 4.8 billion only last year. 4.8 billion. So Kojo Ponkroma, tell us how many Agenda 111 hospitals your loss in 2024, which is 4.8 billion, could have built. 2025, we have bought higher volumes, 103 from 45, more than double. Look at the value, more than times 3, from $3.1 billion to $10.8 billion. And we are saying our loss will be determined, our cost will be determined after audit. But let's assume your $300 million is correct. That is $3 billion. Is that not a reduction despite higher volumes, despite higher prices? If you bought 103 tons like we have done and brought in $10.8 billion, you would have made maybe times 10 the losses you posted last year. So please, we are saying that let's approach the discussion from a position of objectivity. What the Johnson Esiaman-led BOG has done, and I don't like to give myself plaudits, you understand? What they have done is something worth commending. They have done what in 8 years? What somebody did in 8 years, they have done it in 1 year.
Yeah.
And everybody can feel the benefit. Taxpayers have been saved money, cost of living.
I wish I and someone a free young don. Otumfour Otimi Ababituja. Now Samijan fi gold board on Semina Yare Ahmamanbo. So they have some monarchs. Was say with the him na Guji down Sakrana in Yadi of a Marquine. Sana or dinner Malabai and our feed Okakoboka says through. Ama manfo nso bo ntiriso nti wiase no hu nyansafo bebira saa na eba nti ano de fioba subscribe for my share updates biaba wa kire wa dwen more updates na bibia nso akoso kama Unity online 300 musi yankopon ya adoma yebesa nso no ahia bi yakram